Hey everybody, this is Ryan, also known as MrMightyMcD, and this is a first look at Mad Riders, an off-road arcade racing game developed by Techland, the guys behind Dead Island, and published by Ubisoft, the publisher of the Assassin's Creed series. The trial for this game comes at 1.5 GB, and what you get is a mudge. You get to try out 2 races, one standard race where the goal is to come first, and another where you get to try and earn as much score as you can using tricks to become first in the pack. There's a little customization, choosing between 3 racer skins, 2 vehicles and plenty of colour options after you finish your first race, but it isn't anything unique and there's no multiplayer options to speak of in the trial. But in the full game it's known to feature a total of 45 tracks across various locations. Coming into Mad Riders, I thought it was going to be another off-road racer that'll be forgettable, and I feel that I'm mostly right. It does feel like an arcade game that you would, well, play at the arcades, even with the cheesy surfer dude intact. The sense of speed is great, but it can be quite difficult to control, and that is where Mad Riders has its biggest problem. Because the game is so fast, it's hard to stay on the track whilst landing, and it will take a lot of practice. And even after playing this game for about an hour, I still couldn't master the first track without crashing a couple of times. I would hit things on the track and even fly through objects, and I think that if you're going to get hit, you shouldn't have your quad bike reset. It really takes you out of the action and just becomes really frustrating. So whilst the sense of speed is pleasing, the layout of the tracks and the poor collision detection is unwelcoming. Sadly, any off-road racing game I play, I end up comparing it to the greatness that was Pure, one of my favourite racing games and one of the best off-road racing games in its class. But the tricks in Mad Riders, they just aren't exciting or satisfying at all. You'll do countless front flips and back flips, and they'll just get tiring easily. And there's some ramps where you have to try and adjust the distance, and it's not very clear how much boost or how much flight you're going to actually get. So many times I'll be so close to a ramp, I landed it, I do the flip, and I end up crashing because I didn't manage to judge it correctly. It's just very insecure and doesn't really give you a good idea of how much airtime you're going to get off these ramps. There's also a couple of icons you get on the map. There's red ones which give you additional boost aside from the ones you're going to get from tricks, and there's blue ones which give you a chance to take a shortcut or even activate a prop which will give you a boost refill. The shortcuts don't really feel like they do much, and most times you're going to not need the boost refills because the red icons and the tricks themselves will give you plenty anyway. The tricks really take a backside in this game. It really does feel that this game is pretty much about a madman on a quad bike boosting constantly, and maybe that's what the developers intended on this game, but it just doesn't feel very rewarding or exciting. It doesn't help that the sound of the boost gets really annoying really fast. The music in this game is alright, it's nothing special, it's your typical hard rock setup, but what I really like is the art style. It's got this nice mixture of kind of realistic models but a comic book art style, and that's something I really appreciate, and it's kind of similar to that of The Darkness 2 that was released earlier this year. All in all, Mad Riders is, well, a little lame really. I mean, the tricks aren't exciting, the game controls a bit fiddly, and the constant restarts from the poor collision detection really make it annoying. The only saving grace this game really has is its interesting art style and its sense of speed. It is really fast and rivals something of the likes of the Burnout series. But if you want to try out another off-road racer that is extremely fast, there's a link in the description for the demo, but don't expect much from the 1.4 GB trial. As I mentioned earlier, there's only about 2 races really. There just isn't much, and to me this just feels like another forgettable off-road racer, which is a shame really, and it just makes me think, where is Pure 2? I really want a Pure 2 right now. But if you enjoyed this first look, please give it a like rating, leave a comment on your thoughts on Mad Riders, and subscribe for more videos. Cheers guys, and have a nice day.